Hey buds, I'm your host Sam.
And I'm your co-host Ozzy.
And I'm Alex Tomaselli, the
Our
guest.
featured guest on today's episode.
And this is
Cushion Crime.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Cushion Crime. Today we have our guest Selli here with us. Welcome, Selli.
Hello, guys. How you doing? Nice to see you guys after so long.
I know, it's been forever.
Yeah.
Seriously, it has.
I think the last time we were hanging out was at Christopher's house before we moved.
It was a cookout.
Yeah.
And it was a good time. Yeah, it really was. It was it was like probably 2 years ago, right?
Oh, yeah. Weren't we playing volleyball?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
Okay, I forgot that, you guys.
I take that game way too seriously for no reason.
He was getting so passionate and angry at it.
I was just watching the whole
He's
time.
like, come on, defense.
Yeah, I was getting so mad at my teammates. It's like, get the ball. Yeah.
Just hit the damn ball.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good time.
And then every time you guys would lose, like you guys would be like, run that shit back.
Yeah, that's just fun. Oh hell yeah. That's me.
So Ozzy has some questions for you. So I'm gonna have Ozzy ask them for you.
Hola, amigo.
Que paso? Is that what they said?
That's a good start.
All right,
Casa. Cool. Well, tell us about yourself, Selli. Who you are, what do you do,
who I am,
and what makes you unique.
Wow, man. You can tell me.
We're going off the script.
Me on this podcast. We're going to talk about true crime. You weren't like, all right, we're going to get existential for a second. Who are you? Explain your life.
The Batman. Be like, I'm the Batman. Like, who are you?
Yeah,
I meant, like,
I'm the thief in the night.
Do?
No, I mean, my primary thing, I like to identify, or I tell people I do stand-up comedy, so that's what I like to do. I'd say that's the thing that makes me, the most unique thing, I guess you could say about me. I mean, if we hang out, like, I can also walk into a room, and if there's a movie playing, no matter what the scene is, if I've seen the movie, I know what movie it is. So there's that. There's both. Yeah, I'm a movie aficionado and I do stand up. But yeah, that's.
See, I think I'm the same way. I'm like with music. It's like I know the music, I just don't know the person.
Oh yeah, no, I can like. So if I've seen the movie, I'm serious. Like if I walk into like someone's living room and they're watching like Good Will Hunting, and it's just like the back of their heads at the bar scene, I'll be like, "Oh, Good Will Hunting's on," and everyone in the room will be like, "How did you get that from that sliver of film?" And I'm like, I don't know, just store that shit in my head. And but yeah, I do stand up comedy. I run my own shows out here in Connecticut, and I have my own podcast called Yes Offense. Hopefully, you guys can come on it one day. That'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know what else I do, man. I ride a bike sometimes for exercise.
I take long walks on the beach.
Yeah, I don't know how much who I am. Like, I think I'm a decent human. I try to be.
I would say so.
Thanks.
What part of Connecticut do you do mostly your shows at?
Either central Connecticut, like Hartford, mostly, or like Middletown area. But like the greater Hartford area, basically, is where you could say the hub for stand up is in Connecticut, but there's no real hub. It's got to either go to New York or somewhere else.
Have you seen like the audience like improving towards your like career from like when you first started?
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. Like we all bomb here and there, but I've definitely done shows more recently where there isn't, like, I don't leave and feel like someone wants to fight me after.
Like, good.
That's good.
Yeah, I've definitely, I've like learned to just, what I used to do? I used to get mad in an audience if they wouldn't laugh. And now I completely understand, if that makes sense. Like, I'm like, oh right. Yeah, this isn't
because you've experienced it.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, you don't like this joke, so I'll try to shift it. I've also learned how to just talk. Like when I first started, I could not do crowd work for shit. Like it scared me, and now I'm getting much more comfortable with it. So there's that. And it's also I do more offensive humor, like, you know, just fucked up shit. Like, so I kind of have to I've had to learn that you have to just I've learned how to make the audience like me better. Let's put it that way. Because in the beginning, I'm just shouting and yelling, and I don't know how to stay calm on stage because I'm excited, and that can come off as
Mhm.
crazy to some people. So now I'm better at just coming on stage and, like, if something doesn't go right, let's put it this way, I'll, like, acknowledge it, work around it, and move on and try to redeem myself. But there are times when, you know, some shit just doesn't work, and you just gotta can it. So, but yeah.
Gotcha. So speaking of someone attacking you and everything, so obviously you know about the whole Chris Rock, Will Smith situation, right?
Oh yeah.
And of course Dave Chappelle recently with the
Yeah.
recent attack.
Yeah.
So as a comedian like yourself,
Mm.
how does this affect comedy in general?
Oh man, dude. Well, that's always happened. Like, people have always gotten attacked on stage. That one, the Will Smith one was just so, it's Will Smith and Chris Rock. Like, those are so famous
Right.
people that everyone's gonna talk about it. But if you go Google it, like, a few years ago, there was a video of a guy came on stage and grabbed the mic stand and tried to hit the comedian with it. Like, this has always happened. I've had people from the audience be like, yo, you need to chill with what you're talking about. And it like, they say it to the point where you're like, okay, this isn't fun to this person. They're actually taking serious, umbrage with what you're saying. So you kind of got to back. Like, I've tapered back what I've said before and been like, all right, my bad, I'm moving on. But, like, I've also fucked with people to the point where they've, like, gotten up and left. But I don't know if anyone's come to attack me, but I'm kind of prepared for that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, not like oh, I want to fight, but, like, if someone was to attack me, I wouldn't be super duper shocked. I'd be like, oh shit, it's like, you know, that it is what it is.
I'm getting attacked.
Yeah, I'm getting attacked.
So
I've been
they
attacked
should-
before, so.
So they should definitely like increase like the security in like comedy shows.
Oh,
I guess,
no,
right?
no, it's just no, that dude, that, like I'm saying, it's just always been a threat. Like, that's always my point is, like, the Will Smith thing, I think that was a whole bunch of different shit, but, like, you have to understand that, like, if, let's say I'm making, like, a dead mom joke or something, like, I don't have any right now, but if someone in the audience's mom died and for some reason they get mad enough where they feel like they're gonna storm the stage and attack me, I'm not saying I should expect that, but, like, if it happens, like, that's what it is. Some people get emotional. Some people just see someone talking and are like, fuck this, and they hear other people laughing and are like, this isn't funny to me, I'm gonna do something about it. And it is, like, I also think a little of it does have to do with like, I'm not blaming woke shit, but people are told nowadays at a young age, like, if you hear certain things, like, do something. So I think certain people, if they hear a joke about a certain subject, in their mind they're like, nope, you can't do that, and they just go for it. Like, there's thousands of videos of, like, Karens. I just had my buddy send one to me of, like, women just getting up at comedy shows and being like, this is not right, this is hate speech. And, like, it's so funny, dude. They grab the mic and they, like, snatch it away, and, like, that's not the same as getting attacked, dude. But, like, like, as a man, if a woman comes up to me and tries to, like, grab at me, I can only avoid her. Like, that's why they can get away with shit like that, because I'm not gonna hit a woman who just comes out. I'm not gonna hit a woman in general, but, like,
like, that's my mic, ma'am.
yeah, it's like, miss, please, like, I'm sorry you're having a bad day, but yeah,
like, I'm just trying to do my job here.
yeah. So my whole thing is, like, you should sort of expect that, not all the time, but, like, you should expect that it can happen. But as a comic, just if you if you see it coming, you should also try to make that person calm down, because it's just better for everyone. That, like, as much as these spectacles are, like, viral and, like, you know, make the comedian more famous, it is really annoying for comics. Like, we don't like having audiences think they can you know, take stand. Yeah, because, dude, what other art form, or like, I don't even like calling it that, but like, what other form of entertainment do people do that in? Like, if someone on stage, usually it happens to them too, but usually when someone's singing a song, no one goes on stage and is like, excuse me, I don't like your song. And no, that's just,
Except for Kanye.
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So there's things, or there's people who like, attack singers because they're so into them, like they run on stage and grab them and like, or try to stab them because their song but that is also few and far between. It also doesn't happen at lower levels. Like, there's not lower levels of people playing guitar and just some asshole in the audience comes on stage and is like, no, we don't do that here. No, bye. And everyone in the audience is just confused. Like, at music venues, there's security. I'm not saying we need security. It's just I don't know, man. People need to really chill out. I think too. Like, I know you guys are cool, but like, and I know this has been said a bunch, but I don't understand how there used to be entertainment when everything was funny, it felt like, and then it all just shifted into like, you can't make jokes
like
about these
serious.
certain things. Yeah. Dude, like old Family Guy and American Dad and South Park are just riddled with crazy jokes that are they're still funny. It's just nowadays people say you can't make them, but it's like, yo, they did, and it was funny, and we grew up on that shit, and now the stuff they put out, to me, isn't as funny, and they expect us to say that it's like, oh, it's so funny, but it's not, dude. You raised me to laugh at crazy fucked up shit, and now you took it all away. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah,
nothing's funny anymore.
Yeah. I mean, there's here and there, but yeah. Sorry, I'm ranting.
You're good.
Nah, you're good. So, what's your favorite strain of that you personally like?
Oh, okay. What? I wish I didn't. Yeah. So, my favorite strain, and I told you guys before this, is called Tatooine Dream, like fucking Star Wars, the desert planet that Anakin's from. Yeah. And I got it a few years ago when I was in California from just some random dispensary, and it's actually like it was like my favorite kind, just I think because of the name, just because I'm a dork. But we also,
we're dorks too.
Yeah, no, I do you guys know the reference too, but that one really fucked me up. And we also, I don't remember all the other strains, but I took that and 3 other ones and rolled it into one fat joint. And my friend's roommate, who I was staying with, had never smoked weed. And we smoked weed with him.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He was like, I'll try it. And I was like, you don't want to do this.
I'll try it, man.
I was like, this is like, I'm a stoner and I'm mellowed out right now. Like, I'm feeling good stoned. Like, this is really going to fuck you up. And he's like, I'm good.
Oh, my God.
And this dude, I wish I had a hoodie. But when like someone puts on a hoodie and like scrunches they pull the strings. Yeah. He did that on a couch for like hours, just in his hoodie, and was like, I hate you guys. I hate you so much.
You tried to warn him.
Yeah.
That's not your fault.
Yeah, dude. Anyway.
So let's look up Tatooine Dream for him. So today's information is not brought to you by Leafly. It's actually brought to you by Canafo.com. Canafo Cannabis Information. Tatooine Dream is a hybrid marijuana strain. Strain genetics include Blue Dream and Tahoe OG Kush, and it originates from Afghanistan, Colombia, India, Mexico, and Thailand. It is mostly fruity, spicy, earthy, sour, and piney. When it's smoked, this strain can make you feel euphoria.
He always struggles with that word.
Creativity, calm, numbness, appetite gain.
Hell yeah, dude.
And pain relief. Negative side effects can include slight anxiety. Ooh, that wouldn't sit well. That would not sit well with me. Slight anxiety, slight dry mouth. When growing, Tatooine Dream growers can find a moderate difficult to grow and is a yield plant type. 36% of the people said it helps with euphoria, 3% creativity, 83% helps with calmness, 32% with numbness, appetite gain was 69%, and
Nice.
pain relief help was 29%.
Yeah, this rules, dude. See, I didn't know any of this.
Well, you're welcome. This was brought to you by Canafo.com.
So the funny thing about that is everything they said about it, I was like, this all actually links. Like, it doesn't really link with Star Wars per se, but like the name Tatooine Dream, it's like the Tahoe is the T, the Dream is the Blue Dream,
Mhm.
and then the desert, it's like from desert regions. So
Mhm.
I'm all like, whoa.
Totally.
And yeah, I agree with like I that was my favorite though. I really remember that was a good one. So
But
I'd
the
agree with
anxiety
that.
one
'Cause-
would not sit well with me at all. That would like literally
Yeah.
make me sit in a corner. No wonder that guy was literally like, "Bro, fuck you guys."
Yeah. Plus other three, dude, he had like these were it's like California, like you guys know me, but I went like to a dispensary and like really looked, and I got like these four, and he took them, and I'm like, these are like things I was looking forward to as an experienced stoner, and now this is your first time. It'd be like if you never did shrooms and you're like, I'm gonna eat more than an eighth my first time. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Like one step at a time, bub.
Yeah. Go slow.
All right. So since we've done the strain, all right, we're gonna start with the case. So just some pretense. This is like Georgia. This is Valdosta, Georgia, and it's known for being very racist. So it's just a
Oh Lord.
Yep, here we go. So we need to start there. So when Valdosta was founded, it was actually there was a railway being built over there, and there was going to be a stop in Georgia, but there was nothing there to stop at. So they needed to create like a little town to trade like food and unfortunately slaves as well. So in 1918, there was like everything was booming, and then this is now we're coming up like already past the Confederate War. So there was a whole bunch of lynchings, and there's lots of racist activity, and just a lot of not good things happening against from whites that were in power to black people that were now at this point freed slaves.
Oh, that kind of racism.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So
Hey, it could have been it could have been Spanish, you know?
Right.
the
Yeah.
old South,
Yeah.
though,
Maybe. Yeah.
it's
It's
notorious
down
for
south.
being racist. Yeah. So definitely there's still to this day, there's lots of Confederate flags and Confederate statues still up. But one like very historic thing that when I watched this documentary that they talked about was the death of Mary Turner. So Mary Turner's husband was like taken by white people and lynched, and Mary spoke out against it because it was done for no reason. So they found her, she was pregnant at the time, cut her stomach,
What?
ripped out the baby, stomped on the baby, and hung
What?
her. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Dude, that's brutal as fuck.
Yep. So that's the kind of
What the
racist
fuck,
shit
man?
that happens in Valdosta.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. It's not like it's notorious for shit like that. There's more occurrences, other things that happen there, and obviously throughout the South as well.
That's like some Mortal Kombat
But
fatality shit.
it's not.
Man.
It's not
Yeah.
okay. It's like it's really bad.
No, of course not. That's
So
horrible.
that's yeah, that doesn't seem
no.
seems a little excessive, you
Right.
could say.
For why?
Yeah,
though?
exactly.
Exactly. But for why? Because you killed her husband and she didn't like that. Of course she doesn't
But see,
like that.
it's shit like that I don't understand what makes a person want to do that. Like go through people's bodies and shit like that.
Yeah, I think it's just there's whoever this is clearly has a lot of instilled hate for black people, I guess.
So basically now at like there was still KKK members. I'm sure there's probably still KKK members over there, but there is. And predominantly the population of Valdosta currently is over 50% black, and most of like the position of power like within like the government and everything is all white people still. So yeah, still like predominantly white.
Wild.
That are in charge.
Yes. So in the police department,
Like
Most
you mean like job wise, like
yeah,
The
yeah,
government.
like managers type
like
of thing.
sheriff, yeah, the government,
Okay.
exactly, yeah. So that's just something that you need to think of. This documentary that I watched is called Finding Kendrick Johnson, directed by Jason Pollock, and it was really good. And you guys can watch that. You can watch it. I have it for a couple more days. You can find it on Amazon.
I kind of skimmed at it when I was playing video games.
Rude! You were reading my case. You're not supposed to do that. All right.
Well, surprise.
So Kendrick Johnson went by KJ. He was living in Valdosta with his parents, and his parents' names are Kenneth and Jack. So KJ loved to play sports. He played basketball, he played football, and he was like a great kid, and all his friends really liked him. And he was really good to his mom. He was very respectful of like when he came home by her rules. Like he was a good kid. Like he never really like strayed from that. So one day on January 10th of 2013, KJ's bus comes and he doesn't get off of it. So Jackie's like, that's weird. So she goes and asks his sister, hey, did KJ say he was staying after school or anything? You know, what's going on? And she says, no, he didn't say that he was staying anywhere. And she's like, okay, that's weird.
So he would normally say like, I'm staying after school?
Yeah, like he would normally say that he was.
Oh, it wasn't like an everyday thing.
No,
Okay.
it's just like if he had practice or if he was like just hanging out in the gym or something, but he would
Okay.
always let them know. So then they go, she's like, okay, stay here. I'm going to go to the school and go check for him. So she goes to school, doesn't find him, goes back home. And now she calls her husband and he's an over the road truck driver. So she's like, hey, have you heard from Kendrick? And he says, no, I haven't heard from him since yesterday. So after that, she's like, okay, what the fuck? So 10 o'clock comes around and she's like, okay, this is the curfew time. He's not here. Where the fuck is he? So she calls the police. And when the police come,
That's gotta suck for the dad, especially if he's
yeah,
like an
over the road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, for sure. So the police come and then the officer is just like, maybe he's out with some girl. You know, he's probably fine. Don't worry about it.
Reasonable.
Yeah, classic cop.
You know. Yeah.
Out
Classic
with
cop.
some girl.
Yeah.
For days.
Yeah, he's out somewhere.
He's a child out with a girl
Yeah.
for days.
Yep, exactly. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's understandable.
Okay, well, that's not an answer to Jackie because Kendrick is always home on the curfew and he knows what the fuck is up if he's not.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not saying anything, but in a guy's perspective, if you know a girl's involved, this usually changes things quickly.
Okay. Well, not in this case. That's for sure. So,
Well, if you're telling the story, that means usually something happened.
yes, exactly.
So,
yep. So then he's like, okay, I'll go to the school. I'll check. I'll see if I find anything. So he goes to the school allegedly. I don't actually know if he did. I didn't find evidence to say that he did. But Jackie ends up going to the school again and doesn't find him. The next day, Kendrick still did not come home. So she went straight to the school to find out like what happened.
She waited throughout the whole afternoon.
This was after school. The school's already closed. She went back to the school after to check. He wasn't there. She went back twice.
Oh,
he wasn't there.
Damn.
Yeah. So the next day she gets to the school and she goes up to the gym and she sees all these kids like kind of crowded around. And there's these officers and she's asking them what's going on. And then she hears that they found someone dead in the gym, rolled up in a gym mat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. So Jackie's like, that's my son. That's my son. I know it's my son. And the officers are like, how do you know that's your son? And she's like, my son didn't come home last night. Did anybody else's son not come home last night? That's my son. They won't let her see his body though.
But I feel like he's already in like, how do you know that's your son? Like, you did this type of thing? Like,
no, but like she's just like, that's
She's
my son. I want to see.
I know, but
yeah, she's like, she's just upset.
I know, but I'm saying like that's probably what the cop was thinking.
Why don't side with these cops? Do not side with these cops.
Officer Ozzy.
Story?
Yeah, seriously, we have a narc on our hands over here.
I know what you're saying, Ozzy. Yeah, they can't let her just come look at a body, but yeah, I know.
He's playing, devil's advocate, but she's asking to identify, and they know who it is at this point, but they don't want to tell her. But then somebody does tell her that it is her son, so she hears that, and then
who told her that? Like
one of the other like school resource officers.
So it wasn't the cops.
It was the cops. The cops were there, and the school resource officer.
The cops didn't tell her.
No, I believe it's the school resource officer.
That's what I'm saying. So why didn't the cop tell her? And not
because just listen to the story.
Yeah,
just listen.
Protocol.
Okay. God. So they make Jackie's daughter identify Kendrick by a shoe. They do not let her see the body. But then when she says that it is his shoe, they still don't let them see the body. So weird.
Why?
We'll go for that. But let's just break down the crime scene. Okay, we're gonna break that down. So, like I said, he was found up in a gym mat. The gym mat itself, this hole, so it's like a circle, a cylinder rolled up, and it's a 14-inch like opening. So Kendrick's shoulders were 19 inches. So they're saying that he crawled in there because he dropped his shoe in there. He crawled in there to get his shoe while it was standing upright, got stuck with his arms up trying to grab the shoe, and suffocated to death in the mat.
Okay.
However, he had blood on him. He had vomit on him. Why would there be blood if he suffocated to death?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Right. So then there was also clothes that were not taken by the police that had blood on them, a shoe that had blood on it that was not taken by the police, and there was marks on the wall that had 5 impact points that were tested by police that allegedly did not have Kendrick's blood on it. So whose blood was it?
So it was almost like he was beaten or tortured in some way.
It seems, yeah, that's what it seems like, right?
Right.
Okay. So, but the police are saying that he suffocated.
Because there's no way you would have vomit on you if you suffocated.
No,
Right.
Well,
And then those like marks on the wall too.
Yeah, I don't know if you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know if you would vomit suffocating. I know if you. Yeah, I don't know how.
I know you would die. I know you would die if you were facing up and you vomit.
Right.
when
That's
you sleep,
that's
you
what
would
I'm
die.
thinking. Right. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah,
Right.
But that would be in
But
your
that
lungs.
would be in your lungs.
and blood also. Yeah, blood from You don't just bleed from suffocating. Not that
No.
I know of. I'm not a
Right.
huge
No.
expert on this stuff, but whatever it sounds
No.
like sounds fishy to me.
Right. Exactly. So I said the opening is 14 inches wide and his shoulders are 19 inches. How the fuck did he crawl in there all the way down, keeping it upright? Like, he wouldn't even fit in there. There's no way. So he got rolled up in that mat for sure. I'm glad we're all on the same page.
Yeah, no, I would think so.
Yeah.
Almost like to the point where it's tight. Like I'm almost like contracted in a way.
But his, like, I'll show, there's pictures. It's also in the thing. I'm not going to put the pictures on the website. Y'all can go find them on your own. But yeah. So they're up. His arms are up like this above his head, reaching for a shoe. And he's upside down in a gym mat that's still standing upright somehow magically.
Yeah.
that doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Unless, like, so the only thing is, like, he might have, like, struggled and ruptured something and panicked and vomited, but yeah, if there's, like, all this other bruising and shit on the walls and other clothing, it's clearly evident there's seemingly foul play and rolling someone up in a gym mat. I don't know what they thought they would do by leaving him there, but, you know, that's what people would do to
Right.
hide and move a body.
Right.
Like, everyone knows the
So-
rug technique. So
Right. Exactly.
This goes back out to the mafia days.
yeah,
Yeah. So when they took Kendrick's body to be autopsied, though, the medical examiner was called 5 hours later than when they found his body to the scene. Protocol is they're supposed to be called right away when they find a body.
yeah, that's odd too. That's not good.
So they called the cops 5 hours after
They called the
found
medical
it?
examiner 5 hours after they found the body.
The cops did?
Yes.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yep. And also, there were students still walking around. They didn't lock anything down. Like, students were in the gym that morning and, like, were touching the mats and stuff.
They were basically touching the crime scene?
Yes.
What the fuck?
All contamination.
Yeah, so they won't let the mom see the body, but they're like, "Hey kids, you guys want to play a pickup game or there's fucking dead body
Exactly.
over here?"
Oh,
Exactly.
shit.
It's like, what the fuck?
Hey guys.
So, yeah, it's terrible. So they ended up when they got to the medical examiner, they did end up they said that it was an accidental death, so the case was just kind of like closed.
Instantly?
Yeah, they just weren't gonna like investigate. The death was accidental.
So instead of researching more in depth of it, they just like, fuck it.
So they got the medical examiner said that they based it off of what was told to them as the cause of death instead of what the evidence showed. All right. So at this point, after the body was medically examined, his parents were still not allowed to see the body.
Even after the exam?
After the exam, yes. So what they did is they held a rally. They walked 17 miles for their son, and they held a rally to get the attention of people to be able to see him at least. to identify them with their own eyes, you know?
That's some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Like, you still can't see your dead son?
Nope. So, but they let him go, and when he got there, the first thing that he noticed was that it was very hot in there, which is weird because a morgue is very cold typically.
As far as I know.
Right.
Yeah,
Freezing cold.
freezing cold. Yeah, so he just chalked that up to be like, I'm nervous, I'm about to see my son. So, when they opened up the cabinet where he was, again, that's supposed to be cold, instead what came out was hot air.
So
So
it was almost like nothing was in it.
it was speeding up the decomposition
Oh.
of his body.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yep. So when he looked at his son, he immediately noticed there was fresh cuts around his face, there was bruising on his neck, there was marks on his stomach and his like chest area, and it clearly looked like he was in a fight. There were scratches on his hands, like it was all over him, that it was just written right there that he had been in a fight, and there's no way that he suffocated. There was no way. But this just kept getting pushed aside, aside, aside.
Almost like if he got beaten in school.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I'll tell you what the main theory is after we.
I was about to say, I need to know this theory because it's bugging me.
Yeah, like I like that's just everything is just suspicious. Like
I'm getting there. I'm working it up.
If anything like this is getting covered up, it has to be like a powerful youth's.
very powerful enough to like cover the whole school.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I mean like a youth whose family is powerful or is
like a monster child or some shit like that.
No, we'll find out. I'm sure he has a theory, but I bet you it has to do with the law or something.
Oh yeah, it does.
Breaking the law.
So after he saw his son's body, they continued to fight for answers, and like they were protesting because they weren't investigating his case still. So they went and they blocked the courthouse, and when they did, they refused to move. They refused to let anybody in. They were blocking it, like all holding hands like a chain.
Okay.
So they pull Jackie and Kenneth and everybody inside, and they arrest Jackie.
The mom?
Yes. And then they arrest Kenneth, the dad.
What?
Yep. So when they arrest them, that's what they wanted because they wanted the attention on the case. They wanted attention on their son's case, so that way it was undeniable.
So almost like jeopardizing your freedom in a way to bring up the name.
Yeah, to like get more attention to
the case.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. When that happened, they were still saying that they weren't going to investigate, but then after that, the Department of Justice started looking into it because it started gaining more popularity. So they had a second autopsy done, and what the second autopsy found was that before they even did the second autopsy, they reviewed the previous medical examiner's notes. In her own notes, it said that the lungs were the normal weight that they were supposed to be. If somebody suffocates, they're supposed to be heavier. Okay. So in her own notes, it's contradictory of what they said that the cause of death was.
So they said the truth versus what they were told.
Right, in the notes.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah.
Yep. And then the guy who is examining, like going to do the autopsy, when he sees this, he says, okay, that's a red flag. Like if he suffocated, it should be heavier. I want to look at the body. So when they pull the body out, they go ahead and they look at, he goes to open up and look for the organs. They're not in there. It's just all newspaper. Somebody stuffed his, like where his organs were supposed to be with newspaper. And
this was the autopsy?
The second one.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So
kind of seven shit is this?
Yeah. So what's supposed to happen is after an autopsy, the medical examiner will take out the organ, weigh it, put it in a plastic bag, and then put it back in.
In the bag?
In the bag, in the body, where it's supposed to go.
But in his case, it was filled with newspaper.
Yes. But what police say about this was, oh, when we had it, the organs were in there. The funeral home had it after us. So basically saying that the funeral home did it.
I see a pattern here already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Scooby-Doo.
It seems like these cops are being really fishy.
Yeah, just a little.
Just like the previous case.
And then there's one other glaring thing that the private autopsy turned up as well. And that was Kendrick's like real cause of death. So there was blunt force trauma to his neck in like this area, and it caused him to die. And there was also bleeding on his chest as well. They discovered that. They had another autopsy after later down the line. That's when they discovered that. But they discovered that he was like hit with something in his neck.
So that blunt force trauma caused him to basically not being able to breathe at that point, right?
And he died.
And he died.
Yeah, but he didn't die from suffocation. He died from that.
Oh, because of the impact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So that was what pushed an investigation to happen. There's also missing time frames too with the school. Reviewing the video footage, which also encouraged this to keep it being investigated. There's time missing from the footage, which is just the time.
Oh, like cameras?
Yep.
No fucking way, dude.
Yep. So there's time.
I thought you meant like, yeah, he disappeared. What about his phone? Are we getting to that? Sorry, I don't mean to.
I don't know if they didn't mention his phone in what I read. I think that his phone was just like probably with him. I don't even know if he had a phone, honestly. He must.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a huge point of investigation nowadays. Anyway.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Well, but because he was found in the school, like they know he didn't leave the school. So they know that he died at the school.
Okay.
So his phone records
so
really need to be looked at.
Wow. This is insane.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the video footage missing is now, the plot thickens.
Yes.
More.
So there's video footage missing from the time that he was last seen, and then it picks up later in the day. It's just blacked out. But you can see him going into the gym. You can see him for 3 seconds in the gym, but then everything else is blacked out. So now the Department of Justice is really like getting into the thick of things, and they start questioning students. And when they do, they start hearing this story about Kendrick getting into a fight with this kid named Brian Bell. So him and Brian were on a bus together going to a varsity, I believe it was a basketball game. And they were sitting in the back of the bus together, and Brian grabbed Kendrick's dreads and like shoved his head down. And Kendrick was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Fuck you." So he fought him back. And Kendrick whooped his fucking ass. So Brian did not like that.
So this is what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
You got your ass kicked, so you're gonna pull some fucking murder shit.
Mm-hmm.
What a pussy.
So
yeah.
After this, after this fight, when they got to where they were supposed to be, Kendrick had to go sit in the deputy's car, and Brian, who is a well-off white boy whose father is in the FBI, got to sit in the stands and watch that game.
Surprising footage are missing by that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we all know how the FBI is the most up and up law enforcement agency.
Oh, yeah.
They've never,
never
done anything sketcy.
Never ever, never at all. They don't have racist roots either. We'll get into that.
Yeah. Before you go on, what's the fun? Like, you know how they tried to get Martin Luther King?
I have that in here.
It's like, yeah, like they tried to get Martin Luther King by being like, "You're cheating on your wife." And he had to be like, "Baby, it's the government. They're after me. They're after me, babe." Like, and she's like, "Yeah, but you are cheating." He's like, "It's the government." And like, you would have never known. God damn it.
Yeah, literally.
Everyone was really against him, and so
anyway. The government snitched on me.
Anyway. Yeah, it's a babe. They're snitching. It's they're just trying to. That's such a conundrum. Anyway,
I'm sure. We'll see.
Anyway, sorry.
No, you're good. So after this fight, Brian also has a brother named Brandon. And he goes up to KJ and he's like staring at him, just like being creepy and like being weird, like hovering around him. And then Brian and Brandon's father, Rick, the FBI guy, he comes up to KJ and he's like, "Hey, that wasn't a fair fight that you had with my son. You should come over to our house and we can have a fair fight there." And KJ was like, "No, like I'm not going over to your house. That's not happening. Like I don't need to fight. Like why are you encouraging me to fight your son at your house? Hell no."
That's a setup.
Right.
Yeah.
So after that, like they kept questioning students. This is what they found out, but they kept questioning students. And then when they got to Brian and Brandon, they immediately lawyered up and they refused to talk and say nothing. But if you had nothing to do with it, then what do you have to hide,
Yeah. I don't like talking to the cops, but I know, in this case, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Like if you had a lawyer and you had nothing to do with it, that's fine because you would still talk, you know?
Right.
But
I mean, at that point, you got to be careful what you say.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do not trust the cops, but yeah, it's a red flag. I've watched enough Law and Order where they're like, all right, well, this guy did it. Once they're like, I want a lawyer, they're like, well, we're just keep investigating this guy.
Something will turn up.
We're just gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
Everyone told us about this guy, and the minute we talked to him, he said, I want a lawyer. So let's go. Let's see what he does throughout the day. Anyway.
No, you're good. So they end up like talking to more witnesses and stuff as well. And they find out that Rick Bell has been going around to the witnesses, interrogating them, asking them what they know, and not necessarily threatening them, but kind of like intimidating them to not say anything. So because all of that,
Almost like someone's keeping tabs on, like, shut the fuck up.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
He's like talking to the husbands of everyone. It's like, you wouldn't happen to be cheating on your wife and have the FBI send a dossier to your house, would you? And they're like, what are you talking about? It's like, nothing. Just throwing things out there. Things happen. Have a good day, sir.
Yeah.
The hell was that?
It's the government. They
I'm sorry.
made me cheat. They made me cheat.
So they don't have enough evidence because all the evidence got fucked up and like tampered with, and they didn't take half the shit, and everybody trampled through that motherfucker. So they didn't really have enough evidence to prosecute the boys, the Bell boys, but they did have enough to go after Rick for obstruction of justice. So they started doing that, and they like gathered all this information, like how he was intimidating witnesses essentially. And they ended up raiding his house, taking all of like the computers and electronics and phones, and they found information. And it was enough for them to do something, but they didn't do something.
What do you mean? Like, they had enough evidence to put him down, or?
I guess they said it was circumstantial, but what they did was the Department of Justice gave all of their information to the FBI that they had, enough to prosecute Rick. And they basically came back to Kendrick's family and said, yes, he was killed. Yes, it was on accident. Yes, it seems like it was covered up, but there's nothing we could do. But Rick Bell will be fired, though, from the FBI. We'll fire him. So they fired him.
That sounds like a slap on the wrist.
Yeah. And then when it went to persecuting this case, they didn't, like, the person that was pushing for the persecution of this case ended up stepping down and like retiring or resigning rather, as the head of the case. And then also the justices that were supposed to look at the case also step back from it. They withdrew themselves from the case as well.
Almost like they were backpedaling.
Yeah. So like everybody's just saying, I don't want nothing to do with it, and they're
Like,
not involving themselves.
No
yeah.
problems.
And the cover up like goes really like from the top all the way down to the school, like everything. It's fucking crazy. So they end up firing him, but there's nothing else that they do. And still to this day, there's no charges filed. They moved the case to Ohio, and then they closed it with no charges filed.
So they got away with it?
Damn, dude.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
So they just assume that they got in a fight in the gym?
Yep. So basically the kids think that they jumped him, and then he ended up hitting him with something. And then he called his dad because his dad's an FBI agent. And then his dad came, erased the tapes, rolled them up.
Yeah, that makes
put
sense.
him there.
That
And they
makes
think
sense.
that he wasn't going to, like, they think that they're probably going to try and come back for Kendrick. But I think a student found the body. So
it was too late at that point.
yeah.
I was about to say this is not funny, but that dad had so many bases to cover that he was like, I'll be back.
Yeah.
And like he probably got it. Yo, I'm not kidding. It sounds like he got it all done and was like, all right, I'm about to go get that body. And then he pulled up and was like, fuck! No! I knew it! And then just it's fucked up. But yeah. That sucks, dude. That's a horrible. That's fucked up.
Yep.
And his son probably just glides around now and is just like, yeah, it's like nothing. Did the son saw like no real like charges brought ever to the sun, right?
Nothing at all. But they did
That's insane.
they did an interview with him on the news, and they were like, did you see Kendrick that day at all?" And he was like, "No, I hadn't seen Kendrick at all." But in the FBI's own files, which they somehow magically missed, they have it listed that they were in the same hallway together that morning, and he was about 10 feet away from Kendrick. So he lied. And I could tell he was lying by the video clip. I'll try to get it on our website.
Yeah. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting an FBI dad
Yeah, I
to
wasn't
be
expect. I was expecting like maybe.
manipulating a whole case.
I was
Yeah.
Because
expecting
I was like, all right,
maybe
a
like a
kid
local
died.
cop.
I thought it would be like something happened with like a cop, or at least like, I thought it would be like a local cop is doing all this because it's in the town. But then it makes more sense that an FBI agent would have like
The
just
means.
like, yeah, the suit, because they can just go anywhere. Like people, I feel like people genuinely view a lot of law enforcement like they do on TV. So if you show up and are like, I'm the FBI, I need access to this, people just do it. Like, they just are like,
Yeah.
right this way. Here's their security tapes. Do whatever
Yeah,
you
because I feel
want.
like the FBI is like above everyone.
Well, the FBI, again, like in media and everything, is viewed as a genuine authority. And they are like, they're above the cops and everything. So there's that. But then, or at least that's how it's looked at. But if you look into cases of the FBI, they're super corrupt. They actually manufacture way more problems than it seems they fix. In my conspiratorial.
No, I agree, because like like we were saying, like
Mind.
they sent letters to Martin Luther King, and they even in those letters too, they were trying to get him to like commit suicide. They wanted him to commit
Yeah.
suicide,
What?
and they're notorious against like civil rights like bad acts against civil rights activists. There's people that got bonuses for killing black people, like white people that got bonuses for killing black people in the FBI. It's fucking
shit.
ridiculous. Yeah, notorious racism.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the pigs, but but, yeah. But no, yeah. So that's wild, dude. That the son doesn't even get. Damn, dude. Yeah, they really.
Yeah.
I don't see
Yeah, they
how.
just got away with everything.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that really fucks me up is like this dad must have had a shit ton of influence / power, whatever you want to call it. But for so many regular people to have just gone along with it too, and just be like, yo, but this is clearly. I like to think I would be better than that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
Right.
really do.
But
Like,
there was a kid that did come. I forgot to mention this. There was a kid that did try to like come forward and say what they had known, their witness, but they arrested him and kept him in jail until he recanted his statement.
Yeah, see that.
So
That's
it's
too
almost
much.
Like, it's almost like they're forcing you to not tell the truth.
Yeah, and but it's like it's not just the dad. Like the dad, if the dad was doing all these things, I'd be like, all right, it's him. But like he had some influence or something where he was like
able to get so many people to
it,
not do it.
Yeah, and it's like a murder too. It's not like, all right, I could understand some drugs go missing, whatever. We all make some money, yada yada, whatever. Okay, there's that. But like, I understand when cops do that. I really do. If I was a cop, I'm not gonna lie. If I ran in on a drug raid and there's like stacks, I'm taking some of that money. I don't fuck off. Having said that, having said that, I'm not gonna be a cop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I also, I don't know. There's people are getting killed. It's like, come
Different.
on, man.
It's different.
Like, God damn.
Yeah.
It's I don't know that's also why I'm not going to be a cop though. Like I would be crooked on a smaller level. So like, I'm honest.
I have
like,
somewhat of morals though. I wouldn't kill anybody.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't kill you, but like these dudes, I think a lot of these
honesty.
dudes don't have morals. They get into it, and that shit happens. And I don't know, man. I'm not. I don't hate all cops. I have had bad experiences with cops, so I don't. I don't knock people who are like, man, fuck the cop. I'm like, hey, whatever. I'm also not one of those abolish the police people either. So
it needs to be a fine line.
There's a good cops
of
and
course.
there's bad cops as well.
Of course, and it seems like there's a lot of just all around bad law enforcement in this like in this case, especially with like even the morgue people. Like, how the fuck don't they be like, no, it's a fucking murder? You know what I mean?
Like notice the signs on this section and that section, and
yeah. or I'm gonna be so unbiased with my medical exam. Like I'm like it. Yeah, like I'm just gonna write the facts as I see them. Like
Right.
I don't know, because
Like, yeah,
if
like I
if a
don't have to
family
say
could look at
anything
something,
and just read this paper because
yeah,
this is not me saying anything.
Mhm.
too many circumstance. It's too much circumstances for like my eyebrows raised a bunch of times during this, and yeah, I would say there's definite foul play.
Yeah.
So.
So, but yeah, everybody still denies, but they did try to reopen it. So they closed it. They tried to reopen it in 2021, actually, but within a year, it's closed again with no charges filed.
Wow.
Unfortunately, so justice still
Damn,
has
dude.
not been gotten for Kendrick. Unfortunately, even though I feel like the world knows who did it. So
We know.
Yeah, and no, like there isn't solace in a lot of this, but like it is like I don't know. I've seen enough where like I feel like that something in that person's life that they get theirs one way or another. I know
yeah,
it's no one just walks scot free through life. I know that. So
let's hope so.
yeah, that's fucked up, man. That's a tragic story.
Yeah. Well, that is it, though. Well, thank you for joining us.
That is it, guys.
Yeah.
And they never found his killer. And go to sleep. No one does.
Good night. Yeah.
Jesus.
Where can we find all of your social media at?
Oh, guys, I'm at on Instagram. If you want to follow me there, that's the most big
The
thing.
most
But
active.
I yeah. I post all my dates there as they come too, because I get sporadic bookings. I'm not as on the road as I'd like to be, but it'll happen. Follow me at Selli on Instagram. All S's, no spaces. It's a I at the end. There's an I at the end of that. You can figure all that
I'll
out.
put it in there.
Also,
The show notes.
yeah. Thanks. I also do a podcast called Yes Offense. It's usually me and other creatives like yourself. I bring them on and we just joke around and have fun. And there's no format to that show.
Mhm.
So if you're into just like bits and riffing, go check that out. And I also have a Instagram for that. It's Yes Offense Podcast on Instagram. I just post the episodes weekly. And yeah, and we'll have you guys on soon. I
Yeah.
gotta figure, maybe even very soon, because I've been doing a lot less with. I've just been trying to do them with different types of people. I used to do them with just comedians, and now I'm just trying to switch it up here and there. So
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Well,
and then
do that.
yeah, I don't have like TikTok or anything. So just follow me on Instagram if anyone
Just
enjoyed my banter today.
yes, and then I'll put all the information on our website, which is
Team Shrimp.
no, it's not. It's cushioncrime.com.
That's my other one.
Cushioncrime.com. You can find all of Selli's information, all our information. And then
Thanks, guys.
we hope that you stay lifted.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace.